speaking of the mother of all giveaway winners, while she's like loading in right now, she won. She nominated her mom last year for the Mother of All Giveaways scholarship. And then because she nominated her mom, I was like, it's for you too. And so I let her in, and her mom manifested a a lake house, and Alexandra 7x'd her salary, which is just amazing. Not surprising though, but amazing, but not surprising. When you're inside the content, you'll learn the tools on how to do some amazing, but not surprising things. And sometimes you all think it's me, and I'm always like, it's not me, it's you. I'm just empowering you with the tools to unstuck yourself. I'm empowering you with the tools to when to let go, when to release the how to trust more, understanding what trust is, when you're giving it away, when you're making it conditional, when you're making things outside of you earn it, things like that. So she's, and now she's on our next set of like challenges to expansion. So Alex, good. Thank you for being here. Still intro while you were logging in. So just tell me like what's on your heart, introduce yourself, all the things. Thank you.
So I'm Alexandra. So I found Laura through Netflix.
Oh, there we go.
You can hear me now? Okay.
That was my bad.
I'm Alexandra. I found Laura through Netflix, and let me tell you, I was not a Netflix watcher. Like, I would refuse. So at the time, like, my mom had a stroke. She won the Mother of All giveaways. I found Laura in February before that for like a free relationship workshop, and I'm like, I need this. And then I decided I wanted to join the group too, and Laura gifted that to me. I don't know if anyone else in the chat has ever felt like they were drowning financially, where you're like, I can't meet my basic needs. And you're just like, but. That was always me. But. Even now I have to like catch myself. I have to like nip and zip that. My mom went on and she was amazing at manifesting. I go to her lake house. Like, they found a lake house. That's when everything was flying off the market. And so like that's really helped her. I feel like when she was there, like in the group last May, June, her mindset really changed. And I was the most reactive and negative person last year. And my mom would be like, no, something's going on. Like, you have to keep going. Like, you need to trust something's going to figure out financially and keep going. And so my income went up 7 times. And then I was kind of looking at what I was making. Like, I have a spreadsheet, and it went a little bit higher than that one month. And my work year is coming to an end right now, and I have the summer off. And normally I would be like downward spiral, like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Just like feeding into that. And I'm just like, it's going to work out. Like, somehow, some way, everything's going to work out. Even this January, I ended up in the hospital with my own like illness going on. And when they told me what I had, which is lifelong, it's not going anywhere, the doctor told me, and I was like, okay. And then I like started asking some like off-topic questions, and he's like, I just need to point out. So I have my doctorate in psychology, and he's like, I need to point out, you're really good at your job. You just took this really well. And I was like, well, no, now we know what it is. And so it's like, now moving forward. And I literally told him now moving forward, and he was shocked. But that was a Laura thing. And even when the diagnosis hit me, and I was, and I guess what you would say, like a dark spot, I don't feel like it was as dark as it would have been. Like, that happy list was the only tool that I could do without coming from a negative place. And I feel like it really got me through. It's like, okay, I'm going to be in nature. I'm going to do this. I need to bench my old self. Like, even before I found out like my health thing, it's like, you served a purpose for me at one point. Like, that's great, but I'm going to sit you over here, and I'm going to sit you over here with like kindness and love and appreciation for getting me through, because I was always hard on myself. So I don't know if anyone else has felt that way. I'm sure they have, like in the chat, like just been really hard and feeling like, which way's up? Like, how am I going to get up? How am I going to get out of this place financially? What am I going to do with work? What am I going to do, like family, right? Really worrying about that and everything. And I don't know if my sister's on here tonight, but Emily, if you are, she was on the other night and like texting me about it. I literally, I don't want to say I was the worst, because that's like, kind of shaming myself, but I was just really negative. I had a really bad attitude, and I like to believe that while that can always come up in all of us, I am not the same woman I was last year. And I know going forward, like I'm still going to continue to change. Like I've done the group nonstop since last May, and I'm always learning something. So even if it's like the same tools, like I'm always still learning something more about myself. I mean, I've started working out, and that was not in me before. In grad school it was, but it wasn't. And then when I got sick, I'm like, I just have to do this. And I started working out like 5-6 days a week, just to get healthy. And that just came from inside. And I know I listed some things about like releasing the how. Like I had to figure out how to love myself. And it's like that cliche that people say, no, like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. But I think in doing these tools and like being patient and opening that up, like you figure out how to love yourself, how to trust yourself. You're learning how to become your best self and just trusting the process. And I think with the financial piece, I did that and I just let go and I stopped worrying so much. I'm a worrier. I like to control things. I'm like, I'm a psych. I like diagnosing. Like, I like the data. I like the facts. But I just had to let that go. And I hope, sorry about that. I hope that, the little bit that I'm sharing can help someone else and get you excited about, working with Laura. She's amazing. I love when she slaps me. Sometimes I know I just need to come on here and I'm like, her and Kat, I'm like, I know, I just need to hear it. And they're like, you already know this.
Give it to me.
Yeah. Like Kat was like, you're obsessing about it like a few weeks ago. And I was like, I'm a doctor of psych and I didn't even realize I'm obsessing about it. But sometimes having that accountability and with the group, it's just, it's so amazing. I've cried with the group a lot. It's just so amazing just to have everyone and to really be a part of this. Like, I feel myself getting emotional, so I'm going to stop.
Oh, I love it. I love that you nominated your mom. I love that you're such a giver in your heart. I love that, you got it because of that. I was just like, who is this beautiful lady who's, nominating her mom? And it was such an incredible story of struggle to success with your mom too. And I love having you and everybody else in this group. It's like an amazing family. I always say my group is like an extension of my heart and my family. I think about you guys when I'm getting ready. I think about, this group at all times. I think about what content I'm putting out, to help support you and be that version in the, in your corner that's always cheering you on. And I think we just need that. And we all need that. So I just, when I get these stories and, doctorate in psychology, and I'm like, I love that you are an analyzer. You do help people like solve things. And yet sometimes that, your greatest strength can often be your greatest pain. And when you flip that and you've learned now to use your unbelievable gifts to the positive, you've really transformed. Like you've blossomed in so many ways. So beyond just like the financial results and different results and, not being so hard on yourself, but like that, like to wake up and not be beating yourself up in the same way you would have.
Yeah.
Like now you bring that to people you work with. Like the ripple effect is, I can't even.
And what's, crazy, but also amazing is that I never thought it was possible for myself. And I think I put that like in my review, right? Like if you would have told me this is where I would have been like in a year or like a couple years ago, I would have been like, yeah, okay. Right. Like that attitude Puerto Rican would have came out of me like, yeah, sure. If you say so.
I gotta share with everybody. Let me see can you see my window? I put Alexandra on our website. So if you can you see my window?
Yes.
Okay, so if you go to Mindset on my website, there you are. And I love that you said that. You're like, if anyone had told me that growing my income or like this change would be possible, I would not have believed them. But even worse, I would not have believed in it for myself. And I was like, woof.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Gosh, I have so many coaches and psychologists from all over the world in my program. It is amazing, like to see, and then, using the tools and all that. But that speaks volumes. to how far you've come, that you wouldn't have believed it. You're like, is this too good to be true? Right? Can life really get that good? Is it for me? But like, then to not believe in it for you is just, the transformation in that has been unparalleled.
It's amazing. And so just the last little bit I want to add is, even if you are kind of like attending the groups, and I know for the past several months, like I was a bit more quiet, you're still gaining so much out of it. So, you know, I have my journal that I am in my second insert, but I like to take notes. But even when I wasn't doing that, it's still, I mean, you get so much out of it. You just kind of learn to get out of your own way. And you put the but to the side. It's like, but, you know, I'm so tired of but. I'm just not.
Yeah. You're like, I'm done with my excuses. My excuse is done with my excuses.
Right.
I love it. Oh, well, thank you, Alexandra. You're such a bright, shiny light. And thank you for sharing. I can't wait to see what 2023, 2024, you know, years ahead bring you. It's just
Amazing.
It never ends.
Thank